Hello and welcome to today's session of Track Plan webinars. My name is Devansh Kalra, and today's session, ladies and gentlemen, is about one of the most interesting and upcoming destinations of Middle East, which is Abu Dhabi. Right, Abu Dhabi is like a largest emirate in the United Arab Emirates, and which occupies almost 84% of the national landmass. It has more than 200 islands and a long coastline, which ranges to up to 700 kilometers. Right. So, like in the past few years, Abu Dhabi has become a center for world class events, tourism hubs, and whatnot. Like you name it, Abu Dhabi has got it. Right. To explain more on this beautiful country, we have two esteemed guests from Abu Dhabi Tourism, Abu Dhabi Department of Culture and Tourism, Mr. Jishnu Subramanian and Ashish Saran. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Devansh. Thank you for that. Hello everyone.
Hi Devansh, thank you
Yeah,
for the introduction.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashish and Jishnu, for joining in. Right, and I hope I can see more than 75 plus travel agents already joined in. Right, and I'm hoping that more travel agents will join in soon. Right, then just please take it away, sir.
Perfect. Thanks Devansh for that warm introduction. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive straight into this presentation. So today we're going to be talking about Abu Dhabi as a destination and how you can start selling it better, how you can package it better and sell it to your customers. So a couple of key takeaways that I wanted to keep in mind before we get into the presentation is that Abu Dhabi is not a day trip, it's not a day destination, it's not a one-night destination, it's a multi-night destination. Abu Dhabi itself works really well with other Emirates in combination with Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, you name it, you can combine it with Abu Dhabi. But besides that, you can also sell Abu Dhabi as a standalone destination. There are so many things to do in Abu Dhabi. It's not just the 200 islands that Devan spoke of. You have theme parks, you have museums, you have attractions, you have hotels, you have shopping. There are so many things that you can do that sort of like takes all boxes that you would want as a traveler when you're selecting a destination and when you want to travel to one. So before we get into the destination itself, I want to quickly introduce you to the team. So we have Nikhil Jeet, he's the country head, and myself, I'm the trade marketing head. I look after all leisure activities. Both of us are based in Delhi. Alongside me, you have today Ashish. Ashish Saran looks after the North market. So if you're an agent from the north of India, he'll be your day-to-day point of contact. And if you're from the south, then we have Deepa, who's based out of Bangalore, who looks after that market. And if you're from the west, then we have Nikhil Curry, who looks after the market from Mumbai. So today we'll be talking about how do you come into Abu Dhabi, what are the flight options available, how do you commute within Abu Dhabi, how far is it, etc. We'll talk about some unique experiences that only Abu Dhabi offers in the world. We also then talk about some of the theme parks, some you may already be selling and be very well acquainted with, and some that are new, one that only recently, very recently opened, which you may not all be aware of. We'll also be talking about some hotels and resort options, not all of them because we have so many of them. And then besides that, once we've covered what is available in Abu Dhabi at the moment, we will look into the future and take a sneak peek at what's available, what is coming up in Abu Dhabi in the next few months to the next few years. And then at the very end of it, we'll be talking about some itinerary options as to how you can package it all together and bundle it together and offer it to your customers. And lastly, we will have a Q&A session with Devansh, who will lead it from TravPlan. And we'll also have a small survey for us to get your feedback on how what you thought about the presentation and what sort of content you liked and what sort of content you would like to see more of in the future. All right, so starting with entry and getting around. So what we have here first is flight connections, because no destination can do well until unless it has enough air capacity and airlift. It's not just about affordable pricing of air tickets, it's also about having multiple connections from across the incoming country. So very happy to share that Abu Dhabi recently has added more flights from Indigo, Air Arabia, Etihad, etc. So we now have over 15 key cities connected from India into Abu Dhabi with direct connections. These are daily directs. The new connections include Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, and Lucknow, and Ahmedabad as well. We have some more in the pipeline which are still under the wraps, but you'll be hearing about them in the next couple of months. In terms of direct flight options, we have Etihad, Indigo, Air Arabia, Vistara, and Air India, along with Air Asia and Air India Express offering connections. more than 240 flights to choose from every week from India, and over 50,000 seat capacity as well. Now, the good thing about Abu Dhabi is that since it is in the UAE, you can basically pick any flight that flies from India into the UAE. So if you are connecting into Dubai, for example, then it's only a 90-minute drive from the Dubai airport to Abu Dhabi city, or even shorter from Sharjah, where it's only 40 minutes. And then if you do opt for this option, then there are other carriers that open up to you, which includes Emirates, Fly Dubai, Air India, Air Arabia, Indigo, SpiceJet, Vistara, and a lot more. Overall, the destination is merely 4 hours away. Now, in terms of visa and entry regulations, very happy to share that we don't have any entry regulations at all. Any scares that we had during COVID time, any decisions that we had during COVID time has all been done away with. So it's business as usual as it was back in 2019. In terms of the cost of the visa, it's for a short-term single entry 30-day visa. The cost is about 82 USD. The pricing may vary depending upon who you buy this visa from. The typical processing time is anywhere between 48 to 72 hours, excluding Fridays, Saturdays, and UAE holidays. So do keep that in mind when you're booking for your customers. And this UAE visa allows you to enter into any port of UAE. So you don't need multiple visas to come into Dubai or Abu Dhabi. The same visa that works across all Emirates. Now, Divan spoke of this earlier, which is Abu Dhabi itself is the largest emirate in the UAE. It accounts for 87% of UAE's total landmass. Now, Abu Dhabi itself can be divided into 3 municipal regions. You have the central region where you have the city and the Abu Dhabi capital. Then you have the Al Ain region, which is the cultural capital of the UAE and home to the Garden City. We'll speak of that in a little detail later on in the presentation. And then you have Al Dhafra, which is on the western side, where a lot of Hollywood and Bollywood movies have been shot in the great empty desert. Now, in terms of distances, 20 minutes from Abu Dhabi downtown to the airport, 90 minutes from downtown to Dubai airport, 90 minutes again from Abu Dhabi downtown to Al Ain, and about 2.5 hours for you to go from Abu Dhabi downtown to Liva, which is in the Al Dhafra region. Now let's get into the business end of things, which is the unique experiences that Abu Dhabi has to offer. Starting with Qasr Al Watan. Qasr Al Watan is the presidential palace of Abu Dhabi. It is an award-winning cultural landmark which opened in 2019. The key highlights here includes the palace itself is divided into the Great Hall, the West Wing, and the East Wing. Every day we also have the spectacular light show that happens depending upon the time when the sun goes down, anywhere between 6 to 8 p.m. depending upon the season. There are multiple tours available and complimentary tour guides also available, and the opening times and dates may vary. So typically the timing is between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pricing starts about $16. It's extremely affordable and located bang in the middle of the city, right next to the Emirates Palace. Now, Louvre Abu Dhabi is possibly one of my favorite attractions in Abu Dhabi. This is a fabulous, beautiful museum which opened in 2017. What's unique about the Louvre itself is that this has this massive dome on top, which was designed by the architect John Newell. The dome is seemingly like a floating structure which allows for rays of light to pass through, and it simulates the feeling of how you would feel like when you're under a date palm tree in an oasis. The museum itself tells a chronological tale of human creativity from previous history to present. It's open on all days except Mondays. So do keep that in mind when you're designing an itinerary that Louvre is closed on Mondays. What's great about this attraction and the pricing is that it's very inexpensive, starts at just $17. But guys, one thing to note, any pricing that we speak of today will all be at the gate B2C pricing. You will definitely get better pricing and B2B pricing from your travel partner, Travplans. So do reach out to them for discounted prices for these attractions. Yeah, coming back to the Louvre. So what's great about the Louvre is that kids under the age of 18 go absolutely free. So now imagine a family of 4 with 2 adults and 2 kids. You're basically paying for 2 tickets and you're getting two kids free. And they also have a dedicated zone for kids where they can spend hours on end and completely get lost in there. Timings are 10 to 6:30, and again, very centrally located in the city, just 15 minutes from downtown and 30 minutes from the airport. Now, Emirates Park Zoo is one of the zoos in Abu Dhabi, which is very close to the city, just 40 minutes from downtown and 20 minutes from the airport. What's unique about the zoo itself is that it has an in-house resort. So it's actually called the Emirates Park Zoo and Resort. Now, some of the key highlights of the zoo is that it allows for upfront and personal experiences with a whole range of animals, including breakfast with parrots and giraffes. You can also do a big cat brunch with leopards that is pictured here on the right top, and dinner with elephants as well. And you have some exciting and entertaining sessions that you can have with lions. And they also provide complimentary tour guide and educator. Now, the pricing again very economical, starts at just $14 and cheaper for kids. The Al Ain Zoo is the largest zoo of its kind in Middle East. This is a little further away from Abu Dhabi city. It's about 2 hours from the city and about 90 minutes from the airport. The zoo itself was founded as an effort by the late Sheikh Zayed to sort of like do conservation efforts around the Arabian oryxes. The zoo is preparing now to expand with an addition of a conservation and breeding center, and they'll also be adding a separate zone for elephants. They have a learning center, and on display what you have is various flora and fauna and environment of the UAE. It has very interesting and interactive exhibits with animals, and it also does the safari, which is a great experience for kids and families. Now, keeping with Al Ain, you have Al Ain Adventure. Al Ain Adventure was previously called Wadi Adventure. What this offers in Abu Dhabi is a wacky and wonderful water-based experience, which is located right at the foothill of Jabal Hafid mountain in Al Ain. Some of the experience that you can take on includes whitewater rafting, kayaking, wakeboarding, surfing, and a lot more. And what's great about this park itself is that the entry price of $30 comes with about 10 different experiences that you don't have to pay any additional amounts for. If you're bringing in groups, whether it's family groups or mice groups or corporate groups, they do have team building activities on offer, and the timings are from 10 to 6 p.m. Keeping with Al Ain, this is a free admission World UNESCO heritage site. It's called the Al Ain Oasis. Now, what's unique about the Al Ain Oasis is that it has 148,000 plus palm trees as part of the oasis itself. It's lush green. It's thousands of years old. It uses an ancient irrigation system. It's a great way to educate kids on conservation and how desert life came about. And it's a great attraction in itself. And the best part is it's absolutely free of cost. Coming back to the city, we have the National Aquarium. Now, this is one of the recent attractions that's opened in end of 2021. The aquarium is one of the largest in the Middle East and home to 46,000 animals across 10 different zones. Now, again, it's very similar to the Al Ain Zoo and the Emirates Park Zoo. The aquarium here also offers multiple animal encounters, including one where you can suit up, swim, and feed freshwater rays. Or if you're up for that, you can also get into the aquarium tank and then hand feed massive sharks. The pricing for general admission starts about $35, and timings are from 10 to 8 on weekdays, and it's open until 10 p.m. on weekends. Now, we spoke about some of the unique experiences. Now, let's talk about shopping in Abu Dhabi. Very similar to other destinations, shopping in Abu Dhabi is world class simply because it has some of the biggest malls and some of the best brands and the best deals that you can have in the UAE. Whether you're talking about electronics, you're talking about designer brands, or you're talking about gold, Abu Dhabi has all of it and more to offer. Some of the few highlights in terms of the popular malls in Abu Dhabi includes Yas Mall. Yas Mall is Abu Dhabi's biggest shopping mall, and as the name would suggest, it's on Yas Mall. It's on Yas Island, and the Yas Mall also has direct connectivity with Ferrari World Climb and Kidzania. Another popular mall in Abu Dhabi is the Galleria Al Maria Island, which is on, as the name suggests, Al Maria Island. This is home to over 400 stores and also home to 300 of the most popular brands, over 100 dining outlets, and a lot more. Some of the gold shopping options in the city include the Marina Sky Shopping and Gold Center, the WTC Mall in Abu Dhabi, which is on the Corniche, or Souk Al Katara if you have customers traveling to Al Ain. Now, we spoke of some of the unique experiences that Abu Dhabi has to offer, and now let's talk about some experiences that is not available anywhere else in the world. Starting with the SeaWorld Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. This opened in May. It's the next generation marine life park which is built across 183,000 square meters, featuring a dedicated marine life research, rescue, rehab, and return center with close to 70,000 marine animals on offer. Some of the key highlights of this is it has the world's largest and most expansive marine life aquarium. You also have 8 different immersive realms, including 2 massive arenas where they have live shows with dolphins and sea lions. You also have over 100 animal experiences and presentations that take on that happen throughout the day. The park is open at 10 a.m. in the morning and closes at 6. Open on all 7 days, and pricing starts at about $80. Keeping with the theme parks, now we have the Warner Brother World Abu Dhabi, which opened in 2018 and is one of the latest theme parks to open in Abu Dhabi. This features 29 rides and 6 unique lands. What's unique about Warner Brother World is that it's bang opposite to this fabulous hotel called the Warner Brother Hotel, which is the only Warner Brother themed hotel in the world. B, it offers some of the best experiences in terms of rides and unique lands. Third, what it does is also have live performers in the park, wherein you will see your favorite characters from the Warner Brother universe, including characters from Looney Tunes, Daffy Duck, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, etc. Roaming around the park and being there to take pictures with you and interact with you. All of this is then supported by an incredible selection of souvenirs, gifts, and more, which are all unique to the Warner Brother World Abu Dhabi. Timing is from 11 to 7, and again, it's open on all days. Now, this is possibly one of the best theme parks that you can send your customers to in the summers, which is the Yas Water World Abu Dhabi. It's a fabulous water park, which opened back in 2013 and still continues to do extremely well because we've kept on renovating and ensuring that it has the best rides available. Currently, it has 40 plus rides, slides, and attractions. Some of the key highlights here is you can experience one of the largest wave pools in the region with 4 different wave patterns. They also have exclusive cabanas with VIP services for your, discerning clientele. And the park regularly hosts ladies' nights and ladies' days as well. Again, like some of the other theme parks, this is open from 10 to 6 and open on all days. A Ferrari World, I'm sure all of you who have been selling the bar in Abu Dhabi or any part of the UAE would be extremely familiar with. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. Just to mention that it still holds 2 world records in terms of the roller coasters, which is the fastest roller coaster still continues to be in Abu Dhabi in Ferrari World, which is Formula Rossa. And then the world's highest roller coaster loop, which is the Flying Aces, still is in Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. Timings may vary depending upon the season, but typically it's open from 12 to 8. And what's great about Ferrari World is that's interconnected to Yas Mall, so you can send your customers to spend their whole day in Yas Mall, wherein they're doing Ferrari World, they're having a nice meal in one of the Indian restaurants in Yas Mall and taking on some other experiences that we'll speak of, which are also available in Yas Mall. Starting with Climb. So Climb is just adjacent to Ferrari World. It's on the same level, in the same area where Ferrari World entrance starts. The Climb is an indoor adventure hub. What Climb offers is the world's biggest indoor skydiving chamber, as pictured here on the right, and also the region's tallest indoor climbing wall. Now, kids up to 14 years can learn flying skills from one-on-one coaching, and it's also available to adults. Timing for the skydiving chamber starts from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and you have to pre-book these slots. These are not available for walk-ins. Walk-ins only happen if they are free, because the chamber is a single chamber and the flight times are 15 minutes, the sessions. So you have to pre-book this, and you can do this online or through your travel partner here. Another exciting attraction on Yas Island is Yas Kart Zone. Here, you're allowed to release your inner racer and drive around this fabulous 1.2-kilometer racetrack, which has got an amazing configuration and open from 9 to 11. So what that means is that it was also open in the evenings and you can drive around under floodlights. So say, for example, we are now in the summers and you would be worried about what you will offer to your customers because it may be hot outside. So you can offer this experience as an evening experience, as an early morning experience. Pricing is very economical, starts at $30 for a 15 minutes on-track driving session. Kids from the age of 8 to 12, they can get into a cadet card, which is a special car that's been made for young kids. And then you have senior cards where kids about the age of 13 up to older men and women can get into and race together. This is a fun activity to do as part of a group, of even 15 or more. So if you're sending a family group or if you're sending a corporate group, this is a great attraction to add to your itinerary. Now, this is a brand new attraction that just opened in Abu Dhabi. This opened last month. It's called the Snow Abu Dhabi, and it's the world's largest snow park. It's located in Reem Mall on Reem Island. So what this snow park offers really different from the snow parks in and around the UAE is that A, is the world's largest. It has 12 exhilarating rides and 17 amusing attractions spread across 10,000 square feet of winter wonderland. Temperatures stay at a frosty -2 degrees, and you always have 500 millimeters of powdery snow to escape from the prickly desert heat. So this again becomes your top attraction that you can offer to your customers during summers. Besides that, the pricing is also very attractive. It starts at $60 only. Again, all pricing that I mentioned today is all B2C pricing. These are pricing available on the website. The timing of the park opens at 10 and closes at 10 on all 7 days of the week. Again, a new attraction that's been added in Abu Dhabi is Pixel Gaming. Now, this here, what we have is a state-of-the-art virtual reality and esports hub, which is located in Al Khana. It actually shares the boundary walls with the National Aquarium that we just spoke of a little earlier. So Al Khana is this brand new destination on the waters that have opened up in Abu Dhabi last year. Here you have a bunch of attractions. You have a cinema theater, you have restaurants, you have places for people to hang out and enjoy their time. And also includes Al Khana, National Aquarium, Pixel Gaming, and Adrenac Adventure. So Adrenac Adventure is the region's largest indoor park where, people from a mixed age group can come in and have a world of fun, excitement, and interaction. They have 20 plus attractions for children and families to enjoy together. And it's the only place in Abu Dhabi which offers multiplex karting, where there are multiple levels to your karting track. The place itself is open from 10 to 10, and the pricing varies depending upon the activities that you take on and starts at $22 per person. Now, a lot of people, when I speak about Abu Dhabi, come up to me and ask about dining options. I'm very happy to share that pretty much every single hotel in Abu Dhabi offers some element of an Indian food as part of their breakfast. They definitely have a much larger selection when they have a lot of in-house Indian guests, because a lot of them have Indian chefs. But in terms of actually going out and dining out, and if your customers are keen on enjoying some high-end or even, value for money Indian food, then here are some of the options, including Peppermill, Namak, and Khayal, which is in the Abu Dhabi city. On Yas Island, if you're looking for very high-end, then you have Asha, which is on the second floor on Yas Mall, or Rasoi Ghar, which is right at the entrance of Ferrari, in the Ferrari section of the Yas Mall, which is right at the entrance level. Again, great options for Indian food in Abu Dhabi. These are just some of them that we have put down here together. Now, what we have done in Abu Dhabi is that we have launched an Abu Dhabi summer offer, wherein this is for a B2C customer. The pricing for summer pass starts at $99, 99 dirhams, and it's valid from May to September, where you can choose from 3 different activities. And once you buy the summer pass, you also get a myriad of discounts on other attractions, including theme parks in Abu Dhabi. The second offer that we have is the Kids Go Free. The Kids Go Free allows for children aged 11 or below to stay and play for free for each adult booked on the website of these hotels. A stay more, pay for less, again, is for those who don't have kids, where you can book a stay in the Emirates during the period from May 1st to 30th of September and enjoy incredible savings in the form of a free extra night. So say, for example, you want to stay for 4 nights, but you're only paying for 3. Now is a good time to jump into where one can stay in Abu Dhabi and talk about some of the hotels and resort options that we have. Now, one of the unique offers that we have in Abu Dhabi is an extremely high-end Maldivian concept, which is the Nurai Island. It's a 15-minute boat ride from the shores of Abu Dhabi from Saadiyat. Here on this private exclusive island, you have a 32-bed all-villa hotel with 5 restaurants. It's perfect for couples, honeymooners, and even large families, or even those who want to come in and celebrate a life occasion. Whether it be a wedding or a birthday or an anniversary, this is a great place to do that. There are multiple villa options ranging from a 1-bedroom to the 6-bedroom villa, which is often called as the Tom Cruise villa, because that's where he stays when he comes into Abu Dhabi. If your customer is not keen on staying in Norai Island, you can offer them meal experiences in Norai Island that you'll have to book in advance, or you can also offer a day pass wherein they can take on some water activities on the island and spend their day and use the funds that they've spent to buy the day pass against F&B on the island. Emirates Palace is, I'm sure, pretty much everybody would know this. This is a lavish, award-winning, iconic five-star hotel. It is right next to the Kasal Watan bang on the end of Corniche. It features 114 dome gilded in marble and gold, 100 hectares of luscious gardens and lawns, 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, state-of-the-art temperature-controlled pools. They have a brand new restaurant that's opened called Taea, which offers Italian cuisine and is also part of the Michelin collection of Abu Dhabi. Here is where you can also experience a 24-karat gold facial at the spa, or if spa is not something of your liking, then you can enjoy gold in a gold coffee. Now, Earth Abu Dhabi is a fairly new, renovated, refurbished hotel that's basically used to be the armed officers' mess. It's been turned into a five-star hotel in Abu Dhabi. This is located 5 minutes from Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque and has 237 rooms, 4 restaurant options, also offers Indian food, 58 square meters of fitness center. The fitness center is so massive because it has a 8-lane Olympic-sized indoor swimming pool, private beaches, football pitches, gymnastics, aerobics, squash, tennis, volleyball, basketball, and much, much more. So if your customers are up for some activity and up for some adventure, this is the hotel to stay in. I spoke of this when I was speaking of the theme park. This is the one of the Curio Collection, which is the only one of the themed hotel in the world. This is literally bank opposite the one of the theme park. Just a 2-minute walk from it. First of its kind. Some of the attraction that it offers in the hotel is the iconic fountain from the Friends TV show. It also has a dive-in theater for kids who can spend their time there. And besides that, they have a couples-only adult infinity pool on the rooftop. Keeping with Yas Island and unique hotels in Abu Dhabi, we have the W Abu Dhabi, which is an iconic hotel simply because A, it is one of the most unique, luxurious hotels in the world, and B, because it's one of the only hotels in the world which is located right on top of a Formula One Grand Prix racetrack. It offers spectacular views of the racetrack as well as the Yas Marina. It has an amazing adults-only rooftop bar called the Wet Deck. The multi-cuisine restaurant is award-winning and goes by the name of Garage, which offers fabulous value and amazing food. Moving a little away from the city center, let's talk about Qasr Al Sarab. Qasr Al Sarab is a fabulous desert oasis hotel. It's a luxury hotel which is just about 200 kilometers from the Abu Dhabi city. In terms of time, that puts you about 2.5 hours from the city center or about 2 hours from the airport. The resort offers 140 rooms, 14 suites, and 52 pool villas. It's located near the empty quarters, Liva, the world's largest uninterrupted sand desert. This is where some of the recent Hollywood movies have been shot, including Dune 1 and the upcoming release of Dune 2. Both were shot here in the empty quarters. Some of the unique experiences that you can offer to in-house guests here are candid dinner under the desert skies with a butler, or you can unwind with Moroccan hammam and desert spa rituals in their Moroccan spa. Or if that's not to your liking, then you can enjoy some Falcon and Arabian Saluki shows that takes place on the desert. Now, again, a very Arabian oasis experience similar to Qasr Al Sarab, but a lot more affordable and much closer to the city is the Tel Al Resort in Alain. This is just about 70 minutes from the city and located in the heart of a natural oasis. So the image that you see on the right is not doctored, it's actual picture that's been taken at the property. Here you can find the region's rarest species of antelopes, such as the Domani reem and the Arabian oryxes. The hotel itself is a boutique resort hotel, wherein it only offers 7 heritage rooms, 3 heritage suites, and 14 tented style private villas. So it's a great property if you're looking to do a buyout and if you want to do an event or if you want to host a, I don't know, like a birthday party or anniversary. So this is a great hotel to do that. You can actually buy out this hotel and have them do meal experiences for you as per your liking. Stepping away from the city and moving towards Alain, I want to share with you Alain Rutana. Rutana is a UAE-based five-star hotel brand which offers hotels across all of UAE, across price segments and star segments. Now, this is one of their marquee properties in Alain, which is called the Alain Rotana. It's a five-star hotel. It has a massive ballroom, 242 elegant rooms, suites, studios, villas, and chalets. What's great about this hotel is that it started its renovations last year, and most of the rooms here are brand new, just renovated. So it's a great offering to your customers at great value. I just want to give you a glimpse of some of the hotels that we have in the city besides the ones that we spoke of. Now, sticking with Abu Dhabi city in terms of luxury, we have the Emirates Palace, the Conrad, Etihad, Grand Hyatt, Babel Qasr, Fairmont Marina, St. Regis, and a lot more. If you take a step back and look at five-star hotels, then we have the Sheraton, Yusuf Thani, Sofitel, which is on Corniche, Le Royal Meridian, Beach Rotana, and Rosewood. Now, looking at the other islands which are away from the city center, including Saadiyat Island, where you have the Louvre Abu Dhabi, you have the St. Regis Saadiyat, Park Hyatt Saadiyat, Jumeirah Saadiyat, Saadiyat Ratana, and Rixos. If you come towards the entertainment capital of Abu Dhabi, which is Yas Island, we spoke of two hotels already, which is the W and Warner Brother. Besides that, we have the Hilton, Crown Plaza, Radisson, Yas Ratana, Park Inn, and Centro. Now, all in all, Abu Dhabi offers close to 35,000 keys in Abu Dhabi and across 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and apartment complexes. Now, in Alain, we spoke up a couple of hotels. We also have Isla Bawadi, Isla Mercure, Aloft, Isla Grand, one-to-one hotel. As you can imagine, Isla is a UAE-based hotel chain. Then you have resorts in the form of Radisson Blue, Alain Rutana, Tilal, Albada, Danat, and Hili Rayyan. Now, other budget-oriented hotels in the city are the Isla Bawadi, Isla Mercure, Aloft, one-to-one. And in terms of resorts, you have the Alain Rutana, Radisson, Albada, Danat, Danat Alain, and Hili Rayyan, Tilal Resort, etc. Now, we spoke of hotels. We've spoken about what you can do in Abu Dhabi at the moment and what you can offer to your customers this summer and this winter. Now, let's take a look at what's coming up in Abu Dhabi in terms of new experiences, new attractions, and upcoming events. Starting with something that I'm very excited about is the Surf Abu Dhabi. Surf Abu Dhabi, when it opens, will be the world's largest man-made wave pool and will double the size of the largest man-made wave pool. This is set to open in end of 2023 and will be located on Hudriyat Island. The key highlights include high-performance surfing experience for beginners to pro surfers. It will feature the world's longest ride, biggest barrel roll, and the largest man-made wave pool. This is currently expected to open in December 2023, and the bird's eye view that you see on the bottom right is from a year or so ago. In terms of museums, we have a National History Museum coming up in Abu Dhabi. This is expected to open in 2025. Here, what you can expect is to travel almost 14 billion years through journey, time, and space to see how civilization has come about. A highlight of the new museum will include the world's famous Stan the Rex, a remarkable story of the most studied fossil of iconic Tyrannosaurus Rex, a dinosaur, a predator dinosaur from those times. Then this museum, similar to other museums, will be located in a cultural district, which is Sadia, where you also have the Louvre Abu Dhabi. Now, one of the most important and iconic events that we have on our calendar is the Formula One Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This is the season ender of the Formula One Grand Prix calendar. Here you have an unforgettable sporting experience, official F1 ticket packages, which includes hospitality, dining, stays, and a lot more. You also have 3 days of non-stop entertainment with some of the world's biggest singers and performers coming into Abu Dhabi to perform around the Grand Prix. Coming closer to home and what we all love is cricket. In Abu Dhabi, we have the T10 League. This is the world's leading tournament for T10. T10 is the newest and fastest format of the sport, which allows for two teams to play out a game in just 90 minutes, very similar to a game of football, where two teams go at it with 10 overs each and again 11 players. Unforgettable sporting experience. It's a round robin derby style format where you have 8 teams, sorry, going at it from the 28th of November to 9th of December in Abu Dhabi at the Sheikh Zayed Cricket Stadium. Then some of the things that we celebrate in Abu Dhabi, besides Diwali, includes the National Day, which is the UAE National Day. We have some other exciting festivals where we have tons of food options, hotel options, and discounts available to travelers, including Sheikh Zayed Heritage Festival, Winter Festival, the Film Festival, Shopping Festival, very similar to the DSF that we all know of in Dubai, and Food Festival. Now, this brings us towards the end of a presentation, wherein I would like to share, rather give you some glimpse of how an Abu Dhabi itinerary can look like, and give you some food for thought in terms of how you can put an itinerary together, basis the various experiences that you heard me speak earlier today. Just a quick recap of some of the things that you can do in Abu Dhabi. Trust me, this is just scratching the surface of the various options that you have in Abu Dhabi. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So looking at downtown, which is where you have the Abu Dhabi city center, we have two cultural experiences. One, the Qasr al-Watan, which is a presidential palace. The Qasr al-Watan is a cultural center where you have the House of Artisans, where Abu Dhabi's age-old, or rather UAE's age-old art traditions are still being followed. You have the observation deck at 300, which is in the Conrad Etihad Towers, Emirates Palace with its cold coffee experiences, National Aquarium, Heritage Village, shopping experiences at the Marina Mall or the Galleria, and a lot more. Coming to Yas Island, you have all the theme parks, including the latest one, which is the SeaWorld of Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Moving away from Yas Island, if you come towards Saadiyat, you have the Louvre, you have the Saadiyat Marine National Park. You can also relax and unwind at the beach club or take on a golf experience as the Saadiyat Golf Club. Moving away from Saadiyat, coming into Jubail, which we didn't really go into detail during this presentation, we have a lot of nature activities, including kayaking, paddle boarding, nature walk. It's a perfect place to walk around and experience Arabian night setting. You can also tent out or have a camping experience or explore the Jubail Mangroves Park. Now, in terms of a FIT itinerary, here we have a sample of a 5-day, 6-day rather, 5-night itinerary, wherein you arrive and check in and stay ideally at a 5-star hotel in the city. You can allow your guests, if they're staying at the Emirates Palace or one of the hotels in Corniche, you can allow them to explore the city on their own, explore Corniche on their own, offer them some meal experiences on Corniche and dinner at a restaurant in the hotel. Day 2 is where you sort of like do some cultural activities, including Qasr al-Watan, the Grand Mosque, the Louvre, and maybe enjoy dinner at one of the fabulous Indian restaurants that we spoke of earlier. Day 3 is where you can offer them some theme parks. Now, depending upon the age group and their wants and likes and dislikes, you can offer them 1 park or 2 parks. Typically, I would advise you to separate each park to each individual day, because going to a park can get hectic. So this is just an example. So it's either Ferrari World, Warner Brother, or SeaWorld. And especially if it's a family group or if it's a family with very young children under the age of 5 or 6, SeaWorld, the brand new attraction, will be absolutely loved by the kids. So I would definitely recommend that over the other activities. And once you're done with one of the theme parks on that day, you can come in to climb and do the skydiving experience and maybe have a nice meal experience at Warner Brothers with the Warner Brother characters. Day 4 is when you relax and unwind. This is when you spend your time at the beach club, enjoy some drinks, maybe explore the Jubail Mangroves, or head into the National Aquarium and have a nice dinner at a fine dining restaurant, or maybe one of the Michelin star restaurants that we have in Abu Dhabi. Day 5 is when you do a bit of excursion, wherein you can go into Emirates Park Zoo or come into Alain and do the Emirates National Auto Museum. And if none of that is up your speed, then you can enjoy some shopping and have a nice rainy meal at Corniche. Day 6 is when you check out, and depending upon your flight back to India, whether it's in the day or in the evening, you can allow your customers to sort of like spend some time shopping at Yas Mall or at the Marina Mall or Alwada Mall or any of the other dozen odd malls that we have in Abu Dhabi. Maybe a quick meal at one of the nice restaurants and then depart to the airport. A very similar itinerary for Abu Dhabi in combination with Alain. But I'll let you decide what you want to do in the city basis what we just shared over the past 5 days in the previous slide with 5 days of activities in Abu Dhabi. But here I want to just highlight what you can do in Alain if you're getting your customers to stay overnight. Uh, Imagining that your customers come in towards the end of their stay in Abu Dhabi and not at the beginning. So assuming that they're here for 5 nights, so day 5 is when they come into Alain, check in the morning and come into Alain and get into Al Jahili Fort or the Oasis, have a nice Emirati lunch at Al Fanar, do Alain adventure if they are up for some water sport activities, and a fabulous dinner at the foothills of Jebel Hafid. Day 6 is when you visit the Alain Zoo, maybe getting some gold shopping done at the Alain Mall or the Mina Zayed Shopping Center. A 20 meal at a very nice, well-equipped continental cafe called Cafe Zoe. It is a chain available in Alain and other parts of Abu Dhabi. And then depart to the Abu Dhabi airport. We do remember that Alain is about 90 minutes from the Abu Dhabi airport by car. Now, if you're looking at a luxury itinerary, if you're looking for something to offer to your discerning clientele who do not necessarily have a budget but are seeking for a little out of the world experiences, so then here we have a 3-night luxury itinerary wherein you arrive and check into a luxury hotel in the city. This could be an Emirates Palace or even the Nurai Island that we spoke of. If they are at the Emirates Palace, then I would definitely offer them a cold coffee or a relaxing spa to take, to let them unwind and get rid of their travel baggage. Then right next door, you have the St. Regis downtown, where they have this helipad where they do this amazing dining experience, which you can offer to your customers. Day 2 is when they explore Abu Dhabi in their own private yacht, which boards from the Abu Dhabi Marina. Lunch could be at Saadiyat Beach Club. Again, they continue to be on that private yacht wherein they disembark at the beach club to have a lunch there. And then dinner is at the fabulous Nurai Island. Nurai Island. Day 3 is spent golfing or shopping, depending upon what your customers would like to do. They can either play golf at Yas Links on Yas Island or the Saadiyat Golf Club on Saadiyat Island, or they can drive around in a supercar like a Ferrari or an Aston Martin or you name it. They have it on the F1 track, which is the Yas Marina circuit on Yas Island. They can also in the afternoon take a helicopter tour and get a bird's eye perspective of Abu Dhabi and the areas around it. Or if that is not up their street, then they can come into the observation deck at the 300 Conrad and have a nice lunch there and also get a bird's eye view of the city around. And dinner is then topped off with a dinner at a Michelin star restaurant. Day 4 is when you check out, you do some luxury retail therapy at maybe the Galleria or the Yas Mall, depending on what your customers would like to buy, and then a private limousine transfer back to the airport. So that, guys, basically brings us to the end of our presentation today. And what we have on screen is a QR code. So guys, please go ahead and scan this QR code and do share your feedback. And I'm going to hand this over to Devansh now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jishnu, and for that, descriptive Abu Dhabi briefing, right? So I hope our travel agents have learned a lot today, and like they have like a much better view about Abu Dhabi now, right? And as Jishnu said, everyone please just scan this code and just fill this small survey form that we are, just to improve this webinar and just for Abu Dhabi team as well, right? And I'm just gonna drop the link in the chat box as well. Just give me a minute. There you go. So I've dropped the link in the chat box as well, and now we are up to take questions, right? So any questions that you have for Jishnu and Ashish, we'll be more than happy to cater to them, right? And I think we have already you already have some questions. Jishnu, should we begin with the questions? That's
sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. So the first question that we have is like, what is the average cost for a 2-day trip, including stay and activities, if I add it to if I add it to my client's Dubai package?
Okay, see, for that, I would leave the Trapland team to come back to you on an email in terms of pricing. So can we get into the next question, please?
Right. Yeah, sure. Like, can you just brief about all the good options that are available for kids?
Good options of what?
Good options available for kids.
In terms of attractions and experiences?
Yeah, in terms of attraction and experiences,
Okay.
like although like Jishnu has like explained all the things that you can do in Abu Dhabi, but like
No
in a
worries.
basic.
I can give you a quick recap. So all the theme parks are very well geared towards entertaining kids. Starting with the latest one, which is SeaWorld, which is great for young children as well because they have a lot of educational stuff going on in terms of animal presentations that happen in SeaWorld. Then if they're looking for some fun activities and spend some time enjoying some rides and roller coasters, etc., then Ferrari World is the place to be. If they love watching cartoons, then Warner Brothers is a great place to go. Especially during summers, Yas Water World is a no-brainer because the entire family can just chill and let their children enjoy, and the parents can relax. So these are some of the theme parks that are really good for children. Besides theme parks, some of the other attractions that you can offer to your customers with young kids is the Louvre Abu Dhabi, because it's like uh, Louvre is a very good value because kids go free at the Louvre Abu Dhabi. It's also a museum which offers amazing, spectacular views of Abu Dhabi, and it's a great backdrop for taking pictures and family portraits. Third, it's a great educational experience for young kids because they have narrative guides, audiobooks, etc., which are absolutely free of cost. And if you're looking to educate your child on a vacation, this is a place to be.
And to add to
Right.
it, adding to this, I would suggest Pixel and Adrenac Adventures. Also, we have the biggest, VR center, which is Pixel, and Adrenac Adventures, which is good for the activities and everything. So
Yeah.
you can always push in Adrenac and Pixel to the clients.
Right. So moving forward to a follow-up question that the same agent asked, can you repeat the charges of Yas card zone and timings also?
So Yas Card Zone is open from 9 a.m. in the morning to 11 p.m. in the evening. It's open on all 7 days. The B2C pricing is 150 dirhams for a 15-minute session on the track. The 15-minute session typically is preceded by a 15 minutes briefing, a 15 minutes changing into the costume, etc., and then another 15 minutes to change back out. Where in during all of this, you also register your name and you sign a waiver form. You do all of that. So the entire experience is about 1 hour with 15 minutes on the track, and the cost is about 150 dirhams, which is the B2C pricing, which is the pricing that's available on their website. So for better value and better rates, you should reach out to Traplan, your contracted Traplan.
Yes. And so moving on to the next question. The next question is from NL Travels. What type of audience should a travel agent target, and what is the best time to visit Abu Dhabi?
Okay, so the audience that you can target as a travel agent for Abu Dhabi is literally anybody and everybody. So it depends on who you are servicing. So if it's a family, Abu Dhabi is a great place to come. If it's a couple or a solo traveler or groups of friends who want to come in, or even senior citizens who want to travel and come in, all age groups are welcome in Abu Dhabi, and Abu Dhabi offers something or the other for every age group, every person that you can think of. Now, number two question, which is what is a good time to come into the Abu Dhabi? Now, I don't know whether you realize or not, but majority of our attractions are all indoors or are temperature controlled, climate controlled. So even if it's summers outside, even if the sun is beating down, Abu Dhabi attractions are open throughout the year. You can have some great savings during the summers, or you can have great weather during winters and at a slightly steeper cost. So it depends on whether you're looking for amazing experience outside in the weather, or you're looking for amazing bargain but still want to enjoy the experiences. Abu Dhabi is a year-round destination, but yes, summers will be warm. So do keep that in mind. But then when you are sending customers during summers, ensure to offer them experiences that are indoors, or ensure to offer them experiences that are time sensitive. So don't give them a an experience like go-karting at 12 noon, for example, or 2 p.m. Give it to them in the morning or give it to them in the night. Same goes for the mosque as well. You can do a morning visit to the mosque, which is a great time to come in even during peak summers. I hope that answers the question.
Absolutely.
If you're doing a Ashish is saying something.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, absolutely. I agree to all these points. You have to just keep in mind the timings. That's it, nothing else. Every season is good for Abu Dhabi.
Right. So moving on to the next question that we have. Would you recommend Abu Dhabi to a couple or a honeymoon travelers, or are there any special honeymoon inclusions for the people who are traveling as a couple?
Again, I think that's a question for Devansh, your team to answer. So I request you to direct that sales-oriented questions to Trapcan seller.
Got it. Got it. Right, Vishnu. And the last question that we have here is: are there any cruises connecting to Abu Dhabi or nearby places?
Great. So very good question. So what we have in Abu Dhabi is last year we had Costa Cruises. So Costa Cruises was doing daily sailing during winters from Dubai, so from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, and then further out in the Middle East and other parts of the region. The cruise started at 1 night, 2 nights, went all the way up to 7 days. The cruise is coming back. The Costa Cruise, the Costa Toscana, that's the name of the ship, is coming back this December to Abu Dhabi. I'll be here for another 4 to 5 months. So again, for more details on cruising and options in the UAE around cruising, you should reach out to your sales partner at Traplan.
Right. I think these are all the questions we had, Jishnu and Ashish, and for all our travel partners. If you were to have any questions after the session, also please reach out to your Traplan team, and we'll be more than happy to cater them. Right. So Jishnu and Ashish, any closing words?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put up the teams. I mean, if anybody wants to take a screenshot of this, they can go ahead and do that. This is the team's contact details as well. So I mean, you can reach out to me, any member of the trap. So for pricing, please reach out to Traplan. For any information regarding the destination, you can reach out to Ashish, Deepa, or Nikhil, depending upon the region that you're working out of. And lastly, I would like to thank everybody for their time today, for taking time out on a Friday. I know Friday is a day that everybody wants to just run away home. So thank you so much for taking time out and spending time with us today to learn more about Abu Dhabi. And I hope I left you enriched with more information about the destination, and hopefully we can see more and more business coming from each and every participant on this webinar. And thank you so much for the Trapline team and Devansh for putting this together for us on such short notice. And yeah, that's it. We look forward to doing a lot more of these, and we're happy to do this on a monthly basis as well, because we have something new coming up at the destination almost every month.
Correct.
Right. Ashish, any closing words?
I would say thank you, Traplan team, and thank you all the travel trade partners who are, present today, because it was on very short notice, and we just thank from our heart. And if in case you have any queries related to, Abu Dhabi, or any queries which are coming up in your mind that can be related to Abu Dhabi, just call in Traplan, and they are the best travel partners within the North India and with Pan India, business partners. So that's all from my side. Devansh, thank you so much.
Right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, all the travel partners. Thank you so much, Jishnu and Ashish, for taking out time again. You guys took a webinar so fluently and so descriptively. And I hope our travel agents are taking away many learnings from this session. Right. And we'll be surely conducting more of these webinars on Abu Dhabi, because, as I said, as Jishnu said, that there is something new every month, and we'll be more than happy to provide those details to our trial partners, right? And on that note, please, everyone, just hit that like button, press the subscribe button, and fill the feedback form that I shared in the chat box, right? Yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next session.
Thank you all. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, the streamer's Imran.